Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. Last episode, we took a look through the wood-end plains around here. We have access to Stormwall Gorge, Searing Falls, and Eidolon Bridge, but we also have a sixth companion with us now. Sagani, a huntress who is looking for, essentially, the new vessel of a soul of an elder of her people. We said we'd try and help. Our only clue now is that it's a bunch of cliffs. Sadly, we don't know beyond that. Anyway, right now, let's head back up to Cadnua. Maybe we'll be able to rest. I don't think so quite yet. No, we do not. We are not able to rest.
And this keep will be a sight to see.
Working on it. How much time remains? 1 day, 2 hours. Unfortunate, it still requires quite a bit of time. So, since we do need to rest... Actually, this will work out. Let's head back to Gilded Vale. We'll be able to rest there. And once we arrive... we'll be able to, Oh, come on! I thought it was... Fine. Let's head over here and rest, and then we'll start up another construction. I need to make a decision on what the construction is going to be. Because I want a merchant, I want... well, a merchant and something to give us,
Good day to
something
you.
special would be good. Okay, we're gonna go with... I feel like mechanics might be needed. Let's go with that. Oh! Gaffol the Drunkard, a local inebriate, has wandered onto the stronghold grounds. He is asking for help with his accumulated debts. Looks like we need to visit him, so we'll go over there and do it. Bright Hollow is completed, however. So, what are we going to make next? Let's see. The Bailey upgrades the grounds. Towers give a perception bonus. The library gives a lore bonus. Not the best. The barracks would be good for more security. We are going to need security for whatever we make. I would like the dungeons. I feel like that's going to be useful. The merchant stalls would also be good. And that only takes a day. You know what? If I research the merchant stalls, we'll get them immediately and we'll have a merchant. And I need to do something to get more security. I think maybe I'll go with the Western Barbican. Sounds like a good idea to me. Yeah, the Western Barbican will get more security, but here's what we'll do. We'll get the merchant stalls. That'll be finished by the time we get back to speak to whoever this person is. And then we'll be able to see what's on the merchant thing. So, let's head back to Cadnua. Merchant stalls construction is completed.
It's very nice. We're not sleeping here, are we?
We will be. Okay, so we do have a merchant. We'll go deal with that in a moment. Something with more security. Because that's what we're going to need. We need the Western Barbican. It gives a bit more security and would provide more. Much as I'd like the dungeons, because I feel like that might be useful in the future. You know what? We'll do the dungeons, then we'll do the Western Barbican. Just because I like the idea of being able to keep people here just in case. You never know. Could be useful. Merchant, I believe, is going to be inside the Great Hall. Alright, so who's this person who wants to talk to us, huh? Gaffol the Drunkard.
Hello, greetings, Lady Laniara. I was hoping to talk to you. I'm in a spot of trouble.
This man's breath stinks of ale. Very well, let's hear it. You call your allies together and motion for the petitioner to step forward.
Thing is, I've worked up a few debts in Deerford and a few other places. More than a few. I haven't got the coin, my lady. I'd pay it off if I could. I was thinking, maybe you'd know of someone looking to hire on or something. I'm willing to work.
Don't worry, I can settle this.
Thank you, my lady. I wasn't sure anyone would care, really.
Why should I trouble myself with a shiftless vagabond? You're wasting my time.
I didn't mean to, my lady. I just forgive me.
The dozen's positive 2. I think that's a faction. Fine, this ought to be enough to settle your debts.
It sure is. God keep you, my lady. I'll set out to Aina's rest, see about paying out what I owe. Won't they be surprised?
He's a drunkard, but at least that's handled. Ah, General Goods Merchant.
Greetings.
Greetings, milady. Fancy a new blade? Oh, maybe an axe. I've plenty here to take the fancy of any woman in action. Or perhaps some ingredients and spices for the road? I've oils and tinctures for the ailing man, too. Want to have a look? Show me your wares. Okay, first off, sell that and that, so that's at least some money back. And that. And those 3. 3 lion hides, not bad. Okay. As for what you have plenty of basic weapons, a few potions, camping supplies, and a hammer and chisel. Hammer and chisel might be useful to have with us, so that's all I really need. Everything else, you're going to be who we're selling things to, so that'll be that. Alright. The hall actually looks pretty good. Not bad at all. Let's, since we also fixed up the house, let's go take a look at that, just to see what it looks like now. I'm a little curious.
Walls need some work. My husband could fix them right up.
I'm sure, but unfortunately your husband isn't here. Okay, the hall looks nice. This place is still kinda not looking that great. But we can go upstairs now. Oh, this looks nice. The window on the other side of the curtain looks down on a tangled mess of overgrown hedges. We can rest, but we wouldn't get a bonus, so I gotta make something that'll give us a bonus. Nothing in there. The wilderness of the Deerwood rambles on beyond the house. Nothing in there. Wilderness of the Deerwood rambles on. Nothing in there. At least we got a nice place for all our people to rest. Thick woven wool feels soft and warm. Nothing in any of the containers, unfortunately, it seems. Oh well, I guess I was hoping for something. And soft and warm. Okay. Well, we have a place now. We'll work on getting the dungeons and work on getting something that'll allow us to get some sort of bonus when we rest here. However, since we have the ability, and we're here, how about we take a look down in those endless paths and see what we can do? We have a load of people now. We have a full party. Why not? Goffel the drunkard departs from Cadnua with your kind donation in hand, intent on paying back his debts. We'll see if that pays off in the future. Yeah, it's gonna take 1 day, 24 hours to do this. Okay. Let's save before we go down. Alright, down we go into the endless paths. To level 1. Okay, so here's where we come in, and I believe down there is where we need to go. I think that energy barrier is now passed, so we can actually go through. Indeed we can.
Here we are. To think we are so close. Beneath our very feet lie the endless paths built by Ard Nua, the great Engwithan king. Well, up here this is all Adiran, of course. But should we descend far enough, we will find some real history. To uncover that great king's tomb would be a dream. But it is one of his servants I am after. Gabranos, a powerful mage and a dedicated scholar. A keeper of lore, just as I mean to be. He was in possession of the Tanvi Oratoa, or whatever form of it preceded the one we know. I've seen it in ruins, alongside Gabranos' name. Scraps of the same symbols and verses we know in Rauatai. He must have held the words in high regard. Or perhaps he was even the author.
You sound very impressed by this, Gabranos. They say he held power over the elements. But I'm more interested in his writing. He was a prolific author. I haven't been able to translate everything, but I've seen enough to know that he traveled far and wide. If only we could have met him. What wisdom he could share! But we can follow his example and strive to learn from those around us. Improve upon it. You haven't actually read his writing? Well, not entirely. How could I? It's a dead language and hardly anyone has translated even a small fraction of it. But what little I can, I have translated. By comparing the symbols in his work to what others have found, I pieced together a phrase from the Tanvi Oratoa. Clear as day. I even gave it to the keeper to check, but she was convinced I'd written it myself. Let's start looking then.
If my sources are correct, Gabranos will have brought the text with him. It will probably be within a library, or a tomb perhaps. It tends to be one of the two. Let's be off.
Of course. Alright then, and it looks like this is the way down. Let us begin. And it looks like we're starting with a bunch of Zaurips. Okay. Zaurips are easy to play. And there's also a creature called a worm.
Let's go!
Oh, get killing that. I have a feeling these areas are probably loaded with traps. This crooked effigy has been cobbled together with logs, scaled hides, and bones. A human skull adorns the top. On the plus side, we'll be getting plenty of loot.
Laying low.
Alright. Let's sneak through this place and see what we find. Another worm. Seems to be patrolling a bit. Alright, kill that Zaurip. And that worm. You can stop sneaking. And there we go. Down go the guards.
Got it.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Huh, this Zaurip is just sitting here. This Zaurip is lying in a corner of the chamber. Its ribs show starkly beneath its scaly hide, and its breathing is labored, each whistling breath causing obvious discomfort. This one's ill. See how dull the eyes are? It doesn't seem to be reacting to your presence. Examine the Zaurip. You look the sick creature over and notice that its skin shows some discoloration, with ugly patches of yellow and livid purple. It seems to match the symptoms of a common poison known as Makka's tears. You also notice that the discoloration is worse underneath the painted symbols daubed onto the creature's skin. Leave it alone. We don't need to try and kill it. What would be the point? More Zaurips. Get killing.
Let's go.
It's nice that these Zaurips are so easy to slay. The worms, too.
Settle. Let's go.
Alright, there we go. Not too shabby. Curled against the inside of this broken shell is a tiny white shape. Only when a tiny toothed maw opens to let out a frightened squeak is it clear that this is a small worm, recently hatched. Pick up the worm. Tiny white worm added to the inventory. This worm appears to have been the runt of the litter, for it is much smaller than its fellows. For all that, its scales are a beautiful gleaming white, and it seems to be fond of you. Sure, what the hell, let's have it follow us around a bit. These cracked eggshells are leathery but brittle. Most of them have been trampled into a fine dust stamped with tiny clawed footprints.
I'm on the trail.
Alright. Anything else around here? There seems to be... Oh. Found the secret. We've got a fine club and camping supplies, which we can't do anything with. Are these the stairs down? Found more Zaurips.
Let's go.
Take him down. There we go. Not too bad here. Yeah, we found the stairs down, it looks like.
Flame and sound.
But there's still more to this place.
Something over
Detected
there.
a trap. Take it out. Thank you, Durrance. And we got... Ooh. Faramund's Curse. This rolled up piece of parchment is covered in smeared charcoal scrawls. Let me get it down in writing. I knew this was a shit plan from the start. Merrick, gleeful as a toddler, convinced we were going to talk the Zaurips into helping us fill our pockets. Help Andres right into a great big pit, more like. And now you've all run off like hares. Meanwhile, here's me up to my armpits in bones and Zaurip shit. I hope you all rot down here. I hope Merrick trips right off the edge of the world and Drafton loses what's left of his wits and guts the rest of you. 5 of us left, and you run. Curse each and every one of you. And curse me, too, for dying here on account of a bunch of mewling pisspots. Here's for when one of you rotten lizard bastards learns to my Dirin. I hope you all fucking choke. Hand and key. Worn by Pefrel, a paladin of the kind wayfarers, this breastplate bears an elegant relief of 2 hands presenting a key. Pefrel commissioned the armor to demonstrate his dedication to the idea of opening paths and doors for those who might otherwise find the passage too dangerous. While his devotion to the Order dictated almost every facet of the man's life, Pefrel was also a faithful adherent of the god Barath, and the hand and key served as a personal reminder that the final door he opened would bring him into God's keeping. Interesting. That might be useful for someone here. Medium armor is what it is. You use medium armor, and it is better than what you have. Slightly lower recovery speed, though. You stick with light armor. You wear a robe. Oh no, you wear medium armor. You wear a light armor, and you've got medium armor. But that's your armor. I want to leave you with your armor. So, how about we give this to you? Oh, that looks fancy. Alright. Let's keep looking through this area. Actually, let me drop down a save before we take a look at this next spot. Alright, what have we got in this area? More Zaurips. This doesn't surprise me. Get on killing.
Let's go. Let's go.
And those Zaurips are dead. Nice and easy.
Nice and quiet.
Alright. Oh, there are some things to loot, and... that is actually a lot of blood. That's more than a little concerning. Fine leather armor. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot of blood. Stepping into this chamber, you are assailed by a cacophony of screeches, growls, and barks. Blood-spattered Zaurups dance in frenetic leaping motions. To one side, a Zaurup plunges his hands into a bucket teeming with blood to daub patterns onto others eager to join the rites. At the far end of the room, one Zaurup, wearing the long skull of a young drake and vibrant feathers, shakes a staff toward the gathered Zaurups, screeching and clicking. The High Priest suddenly raises the staff above his head, shrieking with renewed vigor. He swings the staff downward to point it at the pit, and then at you. I think we've just been invited to participate. Alright, everyone. Oh. Yep, get on the killing. And they're all coming for us. Okay, you three turn on that Zaurup. You guys finish off this one. Alright, now for the High Priest. And we got him. Okay, that wasn't too... Turn back.
Got it.
There is only death upon the endless paths. Oh, we got a pearl out of that.
And what does the flame reveal?
I don't know. What do we find in here? This bucket is filled with blood and gives off an acrid stench. You recognize it as Mokgra's tears, a potent poison. The blood spilled from this bucket seems to have eaten into the stone. The rope tied to the bucket looks long enough to descend into the pit.
See
Oh,
now
found
what
something.
the flame has shown
We've
us?
got Measured Restraint, a unique rapier. Okay. None of us use a rapier, unfortunately. Okay, nothing there. We interact with this. This wide pit descends into a grim darkness. You hear the whistling howl of wind, and from time to time, hot gusts of air tug at your clothing. Examine the pit. The chasm appears to have been dug out with tools rather than being a natural formation. It seems to be very deep, but you cannot see the bottom to gauge the distance. Yeah, we'll leave. I don't think we're going to try and go through that. That seems like a horrible idea to jump down into a sacrificial pit. So, these guys have been marking themselves with Mokgra's poison. Interesting.
I'm on the trail.
And, oh, a trap.
And the fire shows me something new.
Nice job seeing that. And it's disarmed. Excellent. What else have we got over here? More coins. And another stone. Let's keep looking. It's like, another trap. And another Zaurup.
Hey.
Okay, everyone fall back. Just... Okay, kill the Zaurups.
Let's go!
There we go. Now disarm that... Now,
Sure.
everyone back up. Loot the bodies. And disarm the trap.
That's settled.
Thank you. Is there anything else of use in here?
Now
There was a
this
trap
I
there.
have-
Ah. Trapped the little hut here, I see. We've got a broken blade. This is the upper half of a broken blade. The metal is of fine quality, and it is unclear what caused it to snap neatly at the midpoint. A great and ancient weapon has been dismantled, its pieces strewn throughout the endless paths of Adnua. Perhaps if all these pieces can be found again, the weapon can be reforged. That's very interesting. And we've also got that there. Okay. That appears to be everything on this level. This level was fairly easy to get through, I think. Not much, just Zaurips and the like. I do wonder if the next level will have other creatures that may be dangerous. Well, more dangerous than what we've been finding over here, but at least we took care of all this. But yeah. So, I guess we can still take a look forward and take a look at the third level. Yes, you have those traps, but you will get rid of them eventually. Anyway. I'm going to end the episode here. A few minutes shorter, maybe, but I think we'll be fine. Next episode, we'll go further down into the endless paths, see what we can clear out. Maybe we can do more. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44, also known as Phalai. That is Laniara, Adair, Durance, Aloth, Kana, and Sagani? Sagani. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, and I shall see you all next time.